scheme stuff that you do, it's more of you got to do some different things to cancel out gaps if they're bringing everything out, and so that's why we went that way. It didn't work. The screen, we're third and what was it? Yeah, that's tough you're going to have a hard time converting, and we got to get ourselves into range. The wind was blowing into our face a little bit on that side earlier in the game, so we needed to get in better range to make sure that we took a 3-point lead there. And, hey, they went down and scored, and we didn't win the game.
How much time did you put into management? Why were you without timeouts at the end?
I'm sorry?
Why were you without timeouts at the end?
Yeah, we had a couple miscommunication things that we had to use timeouts early on. Right there, that's always going to be on me, and I'll always take that. If we don't have timeouts at the end of the game, then something obviously went wrong with it, most likely as a communication thing, and I'll take that.
What's wrong with the defense today?
Obviously they controlled the game with by running the football. Obviously we weren't good enough there, stopping the run, and they were able to, take a lot of chunks off the clock. I think they did a good job executing, but we know we have to be better putting the guys in positions to succeed and also executing. Go ahead, I'm listening. Go ahead, Zach.
It's week 17. You've made a coordinator change. How do you fix it at this point?
Yeah, I do I still believe in the guys in that locker room, the players. I still believe in the coaches. I think we got the guys in this place to get it turned in the right direction. We don't have much time, obviously, right? We got one more game before playoff starts, and we got to do everything we can do to get back on track this upcoming week. I think there's been spurts. Obviously the last couple games where we played, good ball on defense. Tonight wasn't one of those times.
Do you think Gannon's knowledge of your defense, or your schemes anyway, I know it's a new defense, new players, new coaches, but do you think that had a factor in him maybe knowing how to attack at certain points?
I think he probably thought about a game, the Washington game last year, where the Washington was able to control the clock and keep our offense off the field, and he probably thought about that. You'll have to ask him. I don't know, but good game plan by them, and they obviously executed, and hats off to them.
Situations where Hurts slid on those produce long third downs. Whenever you ran into those situations, did you expect for those choices to be made?
He needs to protect himself at all times. He played an unbelievable game. The ball didn't touch the ground very often. I don't know what his all his stats were, but I know the ball didn't touch the ground. He was in complete control of the game, and he needs to protect himself in those times. He took a hit on one of them earlier, but obviously he's able to get chunks in the run game. So we still need to be able to use that. But when it's time to call it quits, he's got to do that, and we want him to do that.
The onside kick. What's your mindset when you get that?
Go score. Yeah, go score. But while you're obviously there was 5.5 minutes left on the clock. Try to take some time off the clock. If you don't, that doesn't mean you don't. If you hit a big one to, AJ, if AJ goes and catches that slant, which he did, and takes it all the way for a touchdown, right? Score. Don't not try to there, but try to waste as much time as possible while still trying to get a touchdown. That you're into a 4-minute mode, but you're still being aggressive because they still have all the timeouts. So you're able to pass, you're able to get out of bounds to get the first down, all those different things. They executed, they got off the field, and they stopped us to a field goal. It just didn't work out tonight.
Did you know it was coming?
What's that?
Kick.
I had no idea. That was a good job by Eli, good idea. Good job by our special teams. They continue to do a lot of good things. Coach Clay has them ready for anything like that, any situation where, with them having 3 timeouts, Jeff, and there's 5.5 minutes left to go in the game, we always tell them to be alert see the ball before you leave, and Eli did a good job of doing that and getting on it. But they weren't in their onside. There was a surprise onside kick, so we didn't know obviously that was coming, but good execution by our guys.
Couple more. The one win since Thanksgiving, I think it is. What's your message to the team at this point? What can you say to them to keep them
Stick together. Everybody's got to stick together. I think there's going to be a lot of people trying to point the finger at different things, and everybody's got to stick together, right? We win as a team, we lose as a team, and together is the most important thing that we can be right now. Still, we still have opportunity to get in. We're in the playoffs. We're gonna, a lot of teams would want to be in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs. We still can do some things here. And our goals are still in front of us. Or, can you get the 1 seed? Can you win the division? I don't know. I know you can't get the 1 seed now. But, can you still win the division? Yes. Stick together because we still have goals and we still have things that we want to accomplish.
Two more.
A long time. How much harder do you make that path if you have to go on the road for?
Yeah. Again, obviously it's been done, and all those teams have been able to do it. Obviously you always want to play at home. You always want to win the division. You always want to play at home. Path might be harder, but shoot. Like I said, our goals are ahead of us. We got to get things fixed, and we got to get them fixed fast. We're not where we want to be right yet, as far as how we're playing right now, and how we're coaching right now. But we got time to get it fixed, and we'll get to back to work tonight and tomorrow.
How concerned are you?
All that was happening defensively. How did you guys? What did you make of how they were able to run the ball on you guys today? What are the problems that you saw?
Yeah, obviously that's something I got to go watch the tape. Did different things to try to get it stopped. It just felt like nothing was working right there. That's why there was such a big difference in the time of possession. But again, that's anytime we come out and something like that, that's always look at me first, and we'll look at it. We'll get it. Get our ideas together of how we get that fixed. But they executed. We didn't.
How concerned are you by the way you're playing?
Obviously, we're not playing the type of football or coaching the type of football we want to be right now at this time. Again, we have to go back to the drawing board and think through everything, what we're doing, and so I'm concerned. No, I mean, I don't think we think that way. All I think we think is how do we get these things fixed? How do we get these things fixed? How do we put the players in positions to succeed? How do we execute, as a team? And so that's what's going to be on our minds is how do we get these things fixed? Worry and concern doesn't get any problems fixed. It doesn't fix anything. Getting in there, grinding, figuring out what the answers are, that's what gets things fixed. Worry and concern does not.
All right. Thank you.